So welcome to Vinyasa Flow. Grabbing a couple blocks and maybe a blanket. It's not necessary. I just like to have them. And let's start just comfortable cross-legged position. Whatever works for your seat today. Maybe something a little bit higher. That'll definitely serve your knees if that stuff's going on. Right? It puts less strain through the hips and along the upper legs, getting up a little bit higher. So do that. Settle your pelvis, bring the hands to the thighs. Let's turn them up today and join the pointer and the thumb. And start to move into your body. It's very helpful to start with just noticing where you are actually in space, where your body is, not where you think it is. Most of us need to draw the head back just a bit, right? It's kind of a tucking of the chin and a drawing straight back of the upper palate. And that, for me, creates so much ease through the back of my neck, the base of my skull. These muscles can be at neutral instead of on all the time. Deepening the breath. Begin our pranayama. This will help open our awareness to areas in the body that maybe you don't think about as much. Continuing to explore the back body. Just keep bringing your awareness there, noticing what's going on. Trying to find that balance in the front and the back side. Draw the palms together at the center of the chest. Actively press the palms in towards each other and creating that circle around the heart, traveling out through the forearms, up through the upper arms, across the shoulder blades, doing that circuit. Finding an intention for your practice today. Placing your intention into your heart. Bow your chin to your chest. Namaste. Welcome. And lift the head. Open the eyes. Switch the cross of your legs. So a little breath of fire this morning. Right? If you are pregnant, this is not a breath that you want to be doing, forcing through the abdomen. So just picking either Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing, or a counted breath of something 5 counts or more, evenly on either side. If not, we're going to do 54 2 times, right, to make 108 of the forced exhale. So right? And then the inhale is just a vacuum and it happens on its own. So doing whatever pace that you want, you can follow me or not, but I'll just count from what I'm doing. So exhale completely, taking a full breath cycle in and out. Inhaling halfway and begin. 2, 3, 4, exhale completely. Pause at the bottom, hold it. taking a breath cycle. One more breath, full breath cycle. And one more round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling halfway and begin. Two, three, four. Exhale all the way. Hold it. And then breathing. Make your way to hands and knees. And before we go anywhere from hands and knees, just get there and notice where that is. Be there. Breathe into your body without asking it to make different shapes, just noticing where you are right now. And then as you're ready, begin your inhale and let your shoulder blades melt together and your belly come down and your sitting bones spread. Just kind of a natural progression there. And then as you inhale, reverse that. Slide the chest back to the ceiling, draw the tail under. And follow your breath back and forth. A smoother, longer breath, contrasting that shorter, forced breath. And reaching one more round. Coming into puppy pose, hips stay over the knees, walk the hands forward, bow your head, and we begin with the full puppy pose. So that's elbows up off the mat. Right, and if you'd like, you can come up onto the fingertips. That can be a nice way to engage the elbows some more. Soften your upper traps though, right? This is puppy pose because it's half of your dog, right, on the backside. We got half the legs, so you're a puppy instead of a full dog. But the arms are strong, right? And your down dog, you can't just rest into your elbows. And soften those upper traps, pull the navel in, oh yeah, pull the hips back, root through the tops of the feet. There's all the things. Continue to breathe. Walking hands back and finding your full dog. So take what you found there, maybe go through a deeper knee bend to simulate that puppy, right? And then as you're ready, maybe go one leg at a time, stretching back, trying to keep that length through the spine, right? That the curves of the spine are coming in. Soft shoulders. Press your palms, straighten your elbows. Couple more breaths here, just starting with a little bit more. And down to child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, and be totally relaxed. And let those elbows rest, forehead rest. You can shift a little side to side, get into the hip creases. Rest your jaw and your face. Let everything just get slack. And then coming up to your down dog again. Just adding on the arms and legs. Okay, let the face stay slack. Shoulders relax. Walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold, feet hip distance. Make sure those feet are really parallel. Let your head hang. Bend your knees as much as you need to get real close to those thighs. We're going to get a little more into hamstrings. So there'll be time to straighten your legs. But for now, turn your pelvis. Let your head go. Shake it out. Reverse swan dive. So reach the arms out. Knees can stay bent. That really will help get length through the spine. Coming all the way up, and then they straighten at the top. Urdhva reach the arms up. Press your legs down. Hands down through heart center. To your sides. Bring your feet together. Close your eyes. Come into your mountain pose. Notice where you're efforting that may not be useful right now. Notice where you're not that could use some support through the legs, through the core, pelvis. Opening eyes, inhale, sweep the arms up. Urdhva, so neutral spine, yes. Exhale, bow forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, hands down. Left foot steps back. Back knee comes down. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. I'm going to inhale and take the hips back. Ardha Hanumanasana. We're going to try and find that arch in the back, so it's kind of like an cobra pose. And then exhale, come forward, tuck your toes. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. So step the foot forward, reach the chest forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise, reverse swan dive. Up we go. Exhale, hands down through the center, to the sides. And again, inhale, arms up, lift up, exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, back knee down. Inhale, lifts the chest, lifts the belly. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, hips back. Ardha Hanuman, extend your spine forward. Exhale, bend into the front knee, tuck your back toes. Inhale, step forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, hands down through heart. Again we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and bow. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands down. Left foot steps back, back knee down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down, rounding the spine. Inhale, pull the hips back, arch. Exhale, bow forward, rounding, tuck the toes. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands down through heart. Other side, inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands down, right foot back. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, bend in the front knee, tuck back toes. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. We carry on. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and bow. So grab, if you have your 2 blocks, I'm going to put them down, low setting, hands on blocks, step back, down dog. If you don't have 2 blocks, don't worry about it. Maybe shorten your dog just a little bit so you can get your heels down. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. On those blocks, if you have them, hug your elbows in, reach your shoulders out, lowering to the ground, and pull my hands back so that they end up underneath my elbows. Untuck toes, cobra pose. Push down through tops of feet and pubic bone. Ooh. And go back. Hug those elbows in. Yeah. And so I was feeling my low back, so I just keep rooting through my pubic bone. I don't try and lift up anymore. And try and root down. One more breath. Exhale, bow. Tuck your toes. Inhale through hands and knees or plank. Exhale, down dog. So you're still on the blocks if you have them. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Come up on your tippies. And tippy toe forward. Right, and the blocks make it out a lot easier than without, but you'll be fine. Bring your feet hip distance. And then from here, hands on blocks or on the ground, lift up and touch. Tap your right toes either to the block or to your right wrist and bring them back. And then left toes to block or wrist and bring them back. One more each side. Block or wrist, really push through fingertips. And the left side, block. Where'd you go? Good, move the blocks away. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause here. Press your palms together. Reach your collarbones broad. Let go of that work that might have come up through the shoulders. Good, take your feet hip distance. Hands on hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come forward. Gorilla pose. Palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet. Right, so we're beginning to get a little bit more into the hamstrings by adding this angle. You need to bend the knees, do that. Bow the head in. Pulling the belly back away from the thighs, but continue to fold into them. Maybe lengthening one leg at a time here. One more full breath. Inhale halfway up, release the hands. Plant them, step or float back to plank pose. Breathe in, exhale, lowering down, pull the hands back so they end up underneath your elbows. Untuck toes, cobra pose. Lift. Exhale, bow. Tuck toes under. Inhale, hands and knees are plank. Exhale, down dog. Okay, so nobody's on blocks now. Let's all try this again. Feet as wide as the mat. It is the core. You feeling the core? This is where I want you to feel it, is core. Come up on your tippies, pull your navel up towards your spine. Tippy toe to your hands. And so my shoulders get more over my wrists. I'm pressing into my fingertips. Whoopie doopie doop. And bring the feet to hip distance. And then right toes to the right wrist. And back. Left toes, left wrist. Oh, that side's harder. One more time each side. Right side. And left side. Oh, good. Exhale, bow in. Hold on to the back of your legs somewhere. Let your head go. Because even though I said don't overdo it in the upper traps, I did. Inhale, rise. Arms up. Hands to heart. Down to your side. So close eyes or passive eye gaze down the nose. Introspection. Letting all of that settle. Back to your breath and your intention. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, cactus. Take your thighs back, hips forward, chest up. Find all of those components. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, step your left foot back, back knee comes down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus, turn right. Inhale, arms up. Turning from the rib cage, right again. And try and keep those elbows in line with shoulders. Inhale, arms up. It is challenging to stay truthful. Again, to the right. So stay here. Join the palms at the sternum. Inhale. Exhale. Full twist. Really letting the belly lead you deeper, right? And the navel pulls back and you breathe up to your collarbones. Exhale, rotate a little bit more. Good, inhale, unwind the arms, bring them up. Tuck your back toes, engage that glute, and now quad and hamstring, high crescent. Breathing in. Exhale, hands come down. Sweep your right leg back, three-legged dog. Good. Come forward to plank pose. Right leg comes down. Find a vinyasa. So maybe you're ready for chaturanga to up dog. Stick with the cobra if that's the right place. Take your hands one step back. Bend your knees, look forward. We're hopping to or through the arms. My hands are definitely as wide as my mat, maybe a little wider. Right, so cross your shins. See what happens. Legs out in front. Grab your block. We're holding it this way. Jaw. Mitten hands. So bend your knees so that you can be upright. Yeah, so it's the more I bend them, the harder it is to be upright. Yeah. Hands out in front. I don't want you to be here, I don't want you to be here, right? Someplace neutral. Elbows are straight, friends, right? And press that block in, especially on the pinky edge. So then we're gonna lean back, keeping a neutral spine, right? You're not gonna flex at your spine, you're just gonna lean back. Now my toes are getting lighter. I can come up on my tippies. Maybe I can lift. But keep pressing in at the pinky edge of your hands and straightening your elbows. Dude, it's a lot, right? But if you are looking for a little bit more challenge and can keep the alignment, maybe start to lift the arms. I'm gonna stay right here for 3 more deep breaths. Keep straightening the arms. Last breath. Ooh, put the block down. Feet together, Baddha Konasana, let it go, drop your head. Lift the chest, feet flat, hands behind you, fingertips point out to the side. As you come up, reverse tabletop, try and touch those elbows together. Maybe drop the head back, reach your knees away. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, arms and legs up, cross the shin. Exhale, maybe go through, hands down, roll over the legs, step or float back. Vinyasa, or skip it, moving down dog. Inhale, left heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Give it a hop to the hands. Whoa, I had a launch. That stuff we did earlier totally launched me. Come halfway up. It works, y'all. Exhale, bow. You just gotta be ready for the power. Come up, arms up. Exhale, hands down through heart. All right, other side, arms up. We cactus, thighs back, hips forward, heart up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and bow. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands down, right foot steps back. Back knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus, turn right from your ribs. Inhale to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, as those arms go up, get longer through the center, and then exhale, use that to twist. We stay, join the palms at the sternum, and then hooking, right elbow outside left knee. Sending the breath up to the collarbones. One more breath cycle. Good, inhale and one. Arms come up. Engage your right glute. Tuck those back toes. And now, quad hamstring. Good, inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Sweep that left leg back, three-legged dog. And come forward to plank pose. Move through your vinyasa. Take the hands one step back. Widen them a bit. Hop through, try the other shin on top. That's where 2 blocks under the hands is nice too, because it gives you a little lift. That is nice. Okay, get your back again. One more of these. Find that knee bend that lets you sit upright, right? Almost like a saddle action without losing your core. Same grip on the block. Find the neutral. Press the palms together, straighten the elbows. Lean back. Find whatever you want here. Maybe it's heels, maybe it's shins parallel. Breathe in, exhale, turn right. Keep both elbows straight. Inhale, center. To the left, both elbows straight. Inhale. To the right. Inhale, center. To the left. Inhale, center. One more, exhale. Inhale, center. And to the left. Oh, inhale, center. Good. Release the book. Soles of the feet together. Come on forward. Bring the torso up, flatten the feet, hands behind, fingertips point out, reverse tabletop. Lift up. Hug those elbows in, press the pinky edge down. Notice how that works in this position. Exhale, hips down, inhale, arms up, cross the shins the other way, plant the hands, step or flow back. We'll meet in down dog. Good. Bend the knees, look forward, hop to your hands. Come halfway up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment, close the eyes. All right, opening eyes. We're trying to squat. And maybe you want to get the blanket underneath your heels, especially if your knees are bugging you. That will support you again. We're finding our squat. Get your bandhas engaged, tailbone to pubic bone to tailbone. Press the elbows, lift the chest. Ooh, soften the hip creases. I want that blanket. Ah, yes, better. See, props are wonderful. Just let your body be where it is today and where it's gonna be useful. Okay, guys, so now we're gonna just do a couple of times. We'll do it 5 times. We're gonna place the hands down, shoulder distance apart, and lift our hips up and come up on tippy toes, maybe woo, super tips, and then come back down, hips down. Yeah, so we'll exhale up and inhale down. Breathing in, breathing out. So we inhale in our squat, hands down, exhale, lift up, inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. If you want a little hop for the last 2, move your butt up, exhale, inhale, exhale, butt lift, nice, come to your squat, Hands down, forward fold, come off that blanket. Inhale, rise, reverse swan dive. A little back bend with arms in line with ears. Ooh, I gotta go slow. And bowing forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, hop back, down dog. Inhale, right leg floats up. Bend the knee, roll the hip open, keep the shoulders stable. Right? Keep those elbows moving in towards each other and the shoulders moving out evenly. Exhale, step between hands. Warrior two. In our warrior two, take your awareness to the lowest tip of your shoulder blades, yeah? And imagine you're squeezing a grape between those, right down there on the bottom. Yeah, it's not in your upper traps. It's down there in your middle back. And then flex your palms, and while it's keeping those shoulder blades together, push your palms away. And manage that work, and straighten the back leg, and then let's just go like 20 little circles backwards, keeping those actions. That's like 10. That's like 20, and now break those arms and let them flow. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Couple more times. Inhale, reverse. Really just let it flow. Exhale, extended side angle. One more. Inhale. And exhale, extended side angle. Staying here. And then slowly lengthen your right leg into your triangle pose. And then from here, you don't have to flex the hands, but again, find that place to squeeze the grape on your back body. And then reach your fingertips and your head and your hips and your feet away. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, face your right leg. Pyramid pose. Shorten the stance a bit. So we want that back leg straight and the entire foot ceiling. Yeah. And then right leg, you got blocks to bring the ground closer to you. So we want to work on getting that leg straight. But it's more important that the pelvis is even, pulling that right hip back. And we don't lock out the right knee. Press your feet down, hug your inner thighs together. Inhale, bring the torso up halfway and hands to hips. Stay here for exhale. Inhale, come the rest of the way up. One-legged Tadasana. Take that left knee up. Take your right hand around the front of your left knee. Left hand, let's start at the hip. Make sure that that left knee stays in line with the hip. We're not going to pull that across the body, yeah? Breathe in and get tall. Exhale and turn to your left. Right leg is staying strong, and now you can extend that left arm out behind you. So as you inhale, drive your right heel down, lift up through the crown of your head. As you exhale, turn your ribs. 2 more breaths. Good, inhale, come center, arms up. Good, and big toes touch, hands to heart. Open up the feet as wide as the mat. Breathe in. Exhale, come down to your squat. If you need to lift the heels, that's fine. Inhale here. Exhale, hands down, lift your butt up, maybe hop. Inhale to squat. Exhale, butt up. Inhale, squat. Exhale, butt up. Good, hands down. Step or float back, find a vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Switch that again. Feet together, left leg up. So before you go anywhere, hug elbows together, reach shoulders away. Keep that. Bend your left knee, roll the hip open. Right, so that there's a divide at the navel. One more inhale. Exhale, step between hands. Warrior two. Set your legs, right? Make sure that back leg is strong and straight. Front knee's bending over the front ankle. So squeeze your grape, flex your palms, straighten your elbows, soften your upper traps. 20 little circles backwards, which is really not that many. You're welcome to do more later. And release, inhale, float it back, exhale, float it forward. All right, let the pelvis lead you. So it's the left hip lifting up that takes you to reverse warrior, the right hip lifting up, extended side angle. One more. And floating. Parsvakonasana. And then slowly extend the bottom leg and the right arm up. Find that grape. Ooh. And you're squeezing in through the center, which allows you to shoot out through your ends, right? So take the support of the middle to grow and reach. One more breath. Face your left leg, pyramid pose, shorten the stance. Bring that right distance to have the right heel on the ground. Working towards a longer left leg. Press your feet down, so find your roots, because this does have a balance aspect. Inhale, come halfway up with the torso and hands on hips. And the rest of the way up. One-legged Tadasana. Push off that back leg. On up. Find your upright position, then left hand around the front of the right knee. Get it coming out from the hip. And then stabilize it with that outside of the hip, and now you have something to turn against. Now, right arm eventually going behind you. Keep straightening that left leg. When you start to feel like you're going to fall down, push your heel down. Right? And then if you fall down anyway, it's fine. But trust me, like, you're going to need that. When it starts to get wobbly, it's a lot harder to negotiate. One more breath. Good, coming back to the center. Inhale, arms up. Feet together. Hands to heart. Take them wide. Last little round. 3 of these guys. Breathe in as we stand. Exhale to squat. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, butt up. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, butt up. And exhale. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good. Hands down. Feet together, forward fold. Take your mat. You're either going to take your mat or if you have a blanket, because everybody needs to come up on a roll. So roll your mat a good amount, like half of it at least. Or get a blanket. And then you might want your blocks too for this guy. So you're going to start with your foot just right in the middle of that roll. So the high part of the arch is at the high part of the roll. Yeah. Hands on the blocks. So use those to come into a forward fold, and then take your heels down and lift your toes up. Right? The actions are hips forward, heels back, toes up. Oh, baby. Again, you can go one leg at a time. Use your bandhas to support you here so you can find more release. And then take a break. Go towards your toes. Even pushing the toes down, depending on how high your roll is. Sometimes I get a little stretch through my front of my shin. And go again. Heels down, toes up, hips forward, chest back. Breathing. Give it a break. Toes down, heels up. And then stepping off the roll. You can unroll the mat if that's where you were. Hands on hips, elbows high. Inhale, come all the way up. Ooh, a little back bend here. I'm going to keep my hands at the top of my glutes to help pull them down. When things are sticky back there, that really helps. I'm going to come back to center. Hands to heart, feet together. So we want to find a tree pose or Ardha Baddha Padma, Paschimottanasana. Okay, so let's stand on the right leg first. Everybody lift left leg up, turn it out to the side. So for Vrikshasana, right, come in, just like this. For Ardha Baddha Padma, you're going to grab the pinky edge of your right foot and nestle it into your right hip crease. Then you're going to be careful not to sickle that foot. You want to put your foot on straight. Maybe your left hand can come around and reach your left toe or walk down your right arm as far as you can go. Yeah, so let's 5 breaths here. And then if you want to add on to this shape, you can fold forward. Yeah, and if you got funky knee, I wouldn't probably do this Ardha Baddha. But wherever you are, find something that's challenging. So lifting the eye gaze. It's going to change things. Keeping the breath deep. And carefully unwind. Bring hands on hips. Extend the leg out. And toes together. Other side, right leg up. Out. Fit it in. And if you tried Ardha Baddha on the first side and it was okay, ooh, this one, we'll go slow into it, see what's happening. Especially if you're in this position, making sure that those low ribs are soft. The arm behind kind of adds to the popping out, and then that gets you out of what we're trying to get into, and the hips back. Soften the brow. Nice, and then carefully unwind. Hands to hips, right? Extend the leg. Bringing it down. Nice. Down to the ground we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway up. Find your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Really come forward to plank and lower all the way to the ground. Coming to Sphinx pose. Elbows come in, hands coming right off them. Find your legs, send your brain back there. Get all 10 toenails in, lift the knees off, root the pubic bone down, broaden the belly. And then turn your left palm in. You might move the elbow forward a little bit so that the left forearm's parallel to the front edge. Bend your right knee, grab on for the foot. I'm going to kick back through both feet. Kicking left foot down, right foot back, lifting up through the chest, taking those right ribs forward, left ribs back, belly in. One more breath. As you exhale, bow your head forward, pull the heel into the glute. Root your pubic bone down. And more than trying to crank that heel towards your butt, reach your knee away from your head and push your pubic bone down. And then gently release. Take a moment. Back to Sphinx. Find your components. Help those shoulder blades together without dumping the belly. It's like, this one is so brainy for me. I have to keep my forehead very soft because it wants to help so much. Right palm turns in. Maybe that elbow moves forward a little bit, right? Because there's a pretty decent back bend with it all the way back there. Bending left knee, reaching for the foot. And now kick. Find those legs. Find the work of the legs to support the pelvis, right? Belly broadens back towards the navel. Left ribs forward, right ribs back. Ooh, forgot that right leg. One more inhale. Exhale, bow forward, pull the heel into the glute. Reach your knee away from your head. Pull that quad up towards your shoulder, right? So you feel that divide at the quad. And gently release. Stack the palms, rock the hips. And so back up to the elbows for Sphinx. Take your right knee out to the side in line with your right hip. You're gonna press into your right palm to lift the elbow up. Thread your left arm underneath. So we're coming into a twist. Yeah. You're gonna roll your right side open. And you're gonna stop once that right hip's on top of the left hip. So that means that your right side probably, possibly might not go down. And that's okay. And so finding the right position for that right arm, it might be that extending the arm out to the side is too much at all. So you might bend that elbow and put the right hand on the hip or in your pants. What do you call it? Waistband? There it is. Right, just something that shortens the lever of your right arm. Or you can reach it down to your right bottom corner, and then as it moves up towards the right top corner, it gets more intense, yes? Cactus is a little more intense because of the external rotation that it brings in. So find something that is appropriate. One more breath. And you're just going to roll it back the way you came in. Right side goes to left. Come on out through the right knee, back to your Sphinx pose. We'll just reset here in the Sphinx. It's a nice little neutralizer again. Engaged with the pose. So find the release. And then left knee up in line with the hip. Just take just a little second there. Then press to left palm, thread your right arm underneath that left elbow and roll open until your left hip is stacking over your right hip. This side would be different, so adjust the arm to what is appropriate on this side. One more full breath. Make your way back. Left arm across, over to the right. Back up to the elbows. Take that left leg down. And just give it a little wiggle. And hands together, elbows out. Rest your forehead. Cactus your arms so the elbows come right out from the shoulders and the hands up from the elbows, and turn your head one direction. Just soften here. 5 breaths. Turn your head the other direction. Softening here, so knowing that this is probably your less habitual head turn. You need to bring one of your hands underneath your head, like the right one, or sorry, I don't know which way your head's turned, but the opposite way you're turned. That hand can help slow gravity a little bit. Gently roll onto your back. And a fallen bridge, knees bent. Drop them in towards the midline as the feet go wide. Just enjoy this beauty of doing little to nothing. How much value there is in that. And grab your block. You're going to go in for one active bridge. Taking arms along the side of the body, feet hip distance. Press your feet down, reach your knees away. Tuck and roll the shoulders under. Find those actions. Everything that's touching the ground presses down. And then you extend knees away from chest, chest away from knees. Lift the pelvis up. Soft through shoulders. One more breath. And take your block and fit it in on the appropriate setting. It might even be that highest one. If it is, usually I like to go vertical with the block so that it catches my tailbone up and down. Whatever you like, you can shuffle shoulders out at that point. Breathing with intention. Just being here. Yeah, noticing those extra helpers. It takes some time to let the doing subside. Contrary to our cultural belief, relaxing is not a given. Our body is good at what we practice, and if we practice doing all the time, it's gonna know how to do that the easiest, even when we want to relax. Take one more breath here. gently come out, removing the block. Bringing the hips down, again, drop into that fallen bridge. And maybe you want a little pelvic tilt, just neutralize, doesn't have to be a big movement. When you're ready, pull the knees into the chest, get them close to each other and to your torso. Yourself a rock. Happy baby. Soles of the feet up to the sky. Get broad. I got so many places to broaden here. Soles of the feet, groin, pelvis, navel line, rib cage, collarbones, back body. Depending on anything else that your body is asking for to complete your practice. If you have to look too hard, you're probably cool. So be satisfied. You have done a lot already. Settling yourself for your Shavasana. Use any props you need to make this supported. It should not be stretchy. It should be just very relaxing. Be warm, cozy. Releasing any breath control. But stay tuned to your breath so that you can notice what it does all day long to keep you going. Allowing the stillness to weight the body. Front side. Getting softer with that weight and then drawing you to your back body. And taking your conscious there. Allowing it to observe. Take a moment to notice where you are right now and appreciate it's exactly where you're supposed to be. And gently start to deepen your breath. Noticing that shift of consciousness as you move more fully into your physical body, really before coming back to that relationship of doing, just be in your body, noticing how it feels right now, and gently bringing in some movement. In your own way, coming over to your left side, opening up our right side, the yang side to the day. Find an embrace for yourself in this fetal position. Feel that compassion and love. And gently press up to seated. Bringing palms together at the center of the chest, eyes closed. Stack your bones to keep that connection between the body and the mind clear. And when your head has to live out there by itself, like leading the way all the time, it gets very disconnected. Take a moment to honor your intention. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Namaste.